Crossing since it came out in quarantine like a year ago, and I somehow never jumped on this whole cottagecore train, even though it was at its peak for a very long time and it was the it thing that everyone wanted to do. I somehow just never got into it, and I honestly, the only reason that I can think of for why I never got into it was because I was intimidated. So I guess what you could say for this cottagecore autumn build, I am fashionably late. So let's just get into this whole speed build for my entrance. I recently reset my island in preparation for the big update. By the way, I kind of want to know what your take is on the big update. I've kind of been a bit iffy about it, but it's primarily because I'm just a bit overwhelmed by how much they took out in the update. I was completely fine with the update just being, Brewster, and having them stretch out the quality of life updates and stuff within this thing, but they came out with the DLC, they came out with so much stuff that at this point I just don't even know where to start. And so obviously the way that I went about it was new island, new me, new update. So here we are. I just kind of called it quits and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I don't know what all is coming. I don't know what all they've hid from us in the update itself. So I really do not know where to start with this one thing. So if you're like me and you're looking to restart, reset, start afresh, this is kind of the video for you. Because all I'm doing right now in my speed build at the moment is just designing my island, laying down the pathing as such to see where what will go, and just trying to figure out like exactly what the path is going to be. The theme for the island that I'm thinking of is kind of like cottagecore, autumnal village-esque vibe. What I'm thinking is that it's going to be a tiny village within the woods, and I wanted the entrance to reflect that. I wanted the entrance to be very inviting, very warm, and just have a dash of whimsy within it. The best thing about autumn, obviously, is the mushrooms. And how we can get this mushroom aesthetic by doing basically nothing. Because when you go into Animal Crossing, they have these mushrooms growing here and there. They're just naturally there. And that is something that I wanted to run with. I wanted to run with this natural concept, this concept of aesthetic being a village aesthetic, a very naturalistic, tiny village in the woods where you're just meandering around and you find small little houses, small patches of farms, small ponds and lakes, cliffs that are providing height variation, lots and lots and lots of trees, obviously. Kind of basically like your forest core, but make it more cottagecore and have it be in a color palette of browns, reds, beige, yellow, and white, with of course splotches of green here and there for the trees that are not turning red like the cedar trees. I also definitely wanted there to be like tiny little places to sit in, so garden benches, picnic areas. I also don't know if you all have seen this huge like Thanksgiving feast dinner that people put outside as like an outdoor Thanksgiving feast. I really wanted to do that, and it's very weird because I'm Indian. I am brown out of my mind. I grew up in India and I'm here celebrating Thanksgiving, cutting up a turkey and whatnot, and setting up a feast on my island. It's weird, but it's aesthetically pleasing. So that is what we're gonna run with. The whole concept of it is very homely. I want the whole island to be experienced as though you're going camping and you're in the woods and you see this little village off to the side with their lights on. I just want it to be very cozy. And that being said, we've talked a lot about the village and exactly what I want within the island. The weird part of it is that I haven't decided which villagers I want. So for this whole week, the week of October 25th through October 31st, which is the Halloween week, I was doing a charity event in collaboration with Lil Simsy and a lot of other creators. I think there were about like 77 other creators who were also raising money for able gamers. And because we were raising so much money, I kind of thought that, it would be a cool idea to have it be such that the villagers I get are decided by the milestones my chat is able to reach within this charity week. So we reached $500 in donations, which are all going towards a hunt for Barreled. And I had vacated a plot. I went back the next day. I saw that it was autofilled, and guess who it was? Barreled. Like, literally, what is my luck? I think Barreled is super creepy. I do not like him one bit. I'm not happy about the fact that he's on my island, but he is a permanent resident. So I do get the say for who I want for my other 9 villagers, which is why I am definitely not going to take any stinky villagers. Let me know in the comments down below who you think I should take. Because when I think of cottagecore, again, I think of a lot of browns and reds. And that being said, I do want the houses of the villagers to also reflect that color palette. I know that there's like Bo, who's got a very woodsy log style house. I know that there are a few other villagers like Maple, Molly, that people really appreciate having in a cottagecore aesthetic. One villager that I'm completely certain that I'm gonna get is Coco. I think Coco is just the impersonation of this village, this like little, what is Coco? Isn't she like a cookie? I definitely want Coco. I'm not sure if I want any of the new villagers that are coming in the update, but we'll see. Even looking back now, I can't really think of a particular villager that stuck out except for Marlowe and Petri. And I don't think either of them have space on my island given their aesthetics. But we'll see. You know what? You never know. We may be able to fit them in. It's another deal if Nico was available to come into this island, but you know what? That's just my luck. Nico is not a villager that you can get on your island. He's just a part of the Happy Home DLC, and it's how life goes. What can you do about it? But yeah, I definitely want to get Coco. I'm gonna see if I want to get Maple, maybe even Bo, maybe Eric, because we are kind of shifting into this Christmas aesthetic as well. But yeah, till now, I feel like the build is coming along very well. I definitely wanted to give it a bit more of a rustic look, especially with the brick, the wooden pathways that have been broken up. I also wanted to make it seem like it is autumn, it is Halloween season, but also more so like Thanksgiving season, feasting season, beautiful reds and greens and yellow season. And so I went with pumpkin patches around here and pumpkin lanterns. One, because I think it provides like a very good space for lighting, but also I just think that the aesthetic of it looks really, really good. And even though we're getting lighting from those pumpkin lanterns, I definitely think that having it in terms of different lanterns, different street lamps, I think is what it's called. I think those give such a good touch. So this is my final walkthrough of my speed build for the entrance of my island. I love it. I love the mushrooms. I love the trees, the lanterns, the street lamps, the windmill, the pumpkin patches, the sitting area by the pond. I think it's just wonderful. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do enjoy the scenery, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you over on Twitch or in my next YouTube video. Thank you so much for coming here. I appreciate you all so incredibly much, and I hope you all have a great day ahead of you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to come and see this build happen live on Twitch. And yeah, I'll see you around. Bye.